All right, well, today is Tuesday, May 13th. Last video I talked about a couple of the problems that I was having with Firebird, and tonight we're going to start, getting ready to pull the motor. After a little further inspection, whatever, it's pretty obvious that at the very least the freeze plugs are leaking and need to be redone. And so we are going to be redoing those. And in order to do that, we got to pull the motor out. So we're going to start tearing that all apart, getting that all ready to come out. Engine and transmission will be out again. I'm going to go back through the transmission, figure out what's going on with it. Maybe be getting a new torque converter. I don't know for sure. We're going to be doing new exhaust. Not putting these headers. Hold on, let me flip this around for you if I can. New phone. All right, so we're not going to be putting these headers back on this car. They're going to come off. I have a new set of Patriot headers, 1 5/8 primary tube, 3-inch collector that we're going to be putting on instead. These are, I believe they're Hedman headers, and they've had this heat wrap on there since like 2020 actually. I think I put these on. But they're all rusty underneath. Heat wrap was nice. It kept the engine temperatures down, but it definitely held the moisture in and made them rust worse. So they're pretty rough. The Y pipe that goes with it, it's a stock exhaust following headers. So here, we'll go down under the car and I'll show you if we can see down here. So let's see. It's my engine diaper hanging down, getting ready to come out. All right, so anyway, this header hugs the block real close and comes down and goes right underneath the oil pan. You can see the sump of the oil pan's right there. Then it comes back, and right there it meets up with the other header, and they follow the stock exhaust back and around and down and out. That's not an ideal spot for the exhaust to go right underneath the oil pan there, and it gets that, it melted that engine diaper. And I think it probably heats the oil a little much. So anyway, we're getting rid of those. They're not going back on. They're so rusty that at this point getting them off is probably going to be it for them. Anyway, so those will be coming off. And yeah, really was hoping to not pull the motor, but we're going to have all the bolts to the transmission out anyway. And the motor mount bolts might have to get taken out just to get the transmission out, because that's what I did last time. And at that point, it's just a couple of wires and hoses, and then you have it out. So we'll probably do that, and yeah, maybe make some other valve train improvements. Upgrade the what are they? The guide plates for the push rods. This one has non-adjustable guide plates in it currently, but I was thinking about putting some adjustment in there because they're not quite where I want them to be, and that will make me happier to have those in there. But we'll see. So anyway, we're gonna start pulling the motor. Here we go. All right, so I got the cooling system draining. We're gonna go ahead and remove this permanently. We're also going to be removing the washer solvent tank permanently, possibly replacing them with some smaller aluminum or plastic bottles as needed. Right now my washer motor, sprayer motor isn't working, but the rest of the system is functional, and it was functioning until that motor died. So we're probably gonna try and keep this going. With just a smaller bottle, smaller reservoir right there. We're also going to be removing, hold on, let me move you guys over here. Removing this factory cruise control vacuum canister and stuff there. Finally getting that out of here. Hasn't worked in quite a few years since I took the Quadrajet off of here. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start taking this stuff off.